Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the basement here in southern Delaware. I'm back today to do another demo from James McMurtry's brand new album, The Black Dog and the Wandering Boy. Just came out on June 20th of this year. And today I'm going to break down the song Sailing Away, which is just an amazing song, beautiful, beautiful, melodically, very thought-provoking, lyrically, great tune. And some of the most majestic harmonies from Betty Sue on this track. Wonderful stuff. Anyway, whoops, it's one of my favorites, so I thought I'd break it down here. And like the one I did last time, this one also turns out to be one of James's less difficult tunes to play. It turns out there's really only three shapes we have to deal with, and it's again in natural tuning here with no fancy stuff. So the three shapes that he's using here are three of the four he's used in whatever 40 other songs. It's this G-ish thing going to the C-ish thing and this D-ish thing, and that's pretty much it for the whole tune. In the description below, I've got a link to the short thing I did a couple of years back now on how James uses those particular shapes in a bunch of songs, how to set up for them and so on, so I won't repeat that here. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Like I said, we're in natural tuning here, no capos. We've covered what the three shapes are we're going to need here for this song, so let me now talk a little bit about the structure of the song and the terminology I'm going to use, which as always I'm sure is not correct, but it's what I'm going to use here. I'm going to divide the song up into verses and then sections that I'm calling pre-chorus. We'll define these in just a second, and then the choruses themselves. So I'm going to talk about each of those three sections here in turn. Before I do that, though, let me define what I mean by pre-chorus in this song. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean, but it starts with the verses. D.C. Beltway in this 5:30 gloom, and again when he finishes the first two verses, he goes, "Won't forget your birthday, 'cause you don't forget the score." And that's the part I'm calling the pre-chorus. So the verses are the first two stanzas, and anytime he starts out doing that, that's what I'm calling the pre-chorus. And he goes from there into that driving beat. Sailing away. All right, so those are the sections. All right, let's dive into the verses here. The verses are G and C. Really, it's that intro. So in the very first bars, as James opens the song, he walks down that and hits the C. Okay. Does that twice, and then he goes into that first verse. Sat-nav can't get signal and slides forever long. He holds it. Lost in the rain, there's no man's land over by the Pentagon. Then we're in, if I'm even worth the paper I'm printed on, to judgment call. So you'll notice it was just G and C for the verses. Now, there are four verses in the terminology I'm using, and the thing to note here is that hold thing he does that on the first verse and then on the third verse, but on verses 2 and 4, he does not. He goes directly into the line that comes next. So that's just how it is on the studio recording. Whether you want to do that or not, of course, up to you. Okay, so the verses are all pretty much the same. All right, and then so now the pre-chorus, we're going to start out in this D-ish shape, and this is like the only tricky thing you have to be able to do, is go from your fingers being in this configuration, flip them over so that your index finger is now down here on the second fret of the 6th string. All right, so it's won't forget, 'cause you won't forget the score, and I won't forget that chorus like I did the night before. When I'm trying to remember, did I lock the front door? And have I any business being in this business anymore? Okay, so it's two bars of the D-ish thing to the C-ish thing, and then two bars of the G and C again. All right, now then we get to the chorus part. These things are so fun to play. You just bang on it. Bam, 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 bam. G and C. Feeling faded and I'm not okay. Sailing alone. Feeling by the stars and I can't get home. And just G and C in between. Light text friendly and she sees me right through. Hold on the third verse. Iron-skinned veteran of professional crew. All right, so the verses are the same. First and third are the same with that hold. Second and fourth are the same with no hold. You're going to do the pre-chorus thing again exactly the same way. Once you told me not to push too far. All right, and then back into the chorus again. Sailing away. Then he does a little thing after that second chorus. He does just, I don't want to call it a bridge. It's only the first two bars basically of the pre-chorus phrase. It's the D-ish thing and the C-ish thing. So after the steering by the stars and I can't get home now. I came home from a month or so out. All right, that's the last verse. Then you go back into the chorus, and then on the outro, you just do that G and C a few times, and then end it on a good G there. So that's it. It's not a very complicated structure, and it's only a few chords, natural tuning. So it's hopefully one that folks can really sink your teeth into. So as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This one will appear in my next live stream, which is coming up a week from Sunday. What is that? That is like the 23rd, I think. I can't remember the exact day anymore. I'm semi-retired now. So thanks again. Hope this helps. And as always, any requests, bring them on. Love to do them. Take care.